Before we even begin, I don't want to hear anybody in the next 24 hours online or nothing. Don't come at me with another blown lead garbage, okay? No, another blown lead freak out, all right? I don't want to hear it. That 2-goal lead lasted for about 30 seconds, all right? And it's in the second period, all right? People need to stop grouping in all these 3-1 leads as if they're the same thing, or 2-goal leads, I should say, all right? They're not all the same thing, all right? There's different contexts for them. First of all, if it's not a third period 2-goal lead, who cares? All right, it's the NHL. People score goals all the time now, and I'll get into that in just a second too. But third period 2-goal leads, you can be upset about losing. If it's not that, who cares? So especially first period 2-goal leads, screw that. What are you talking about? That's not even real. That's just luck. All right, you still have a whole game to play. Third period is where it's at. So unless it's in the third period, I don't want to hear nothing. And I especially don't want to hear nothing if they win. Because if they win, it wasn't blown. It wasn't blown. They still won. Yes, the other team got themselves back into it. Little soup chant there, right? Hey, Adam, nice to see you. How you doing? But yes, it's not a blown lead if you still come away with the win. So first person in the comments below or something like that, when I post this up later or whatever, I'm going to come at you with comments all day, all right? If you start coming at me with, oh yeah, but it was a blown lead. I'll spend all day trashing you, all right? I will. So don't do it, all right? It's not the same thing. Completely different. Still won the game. It's what matters most, okay? I don't know if you guys know this, but I did a little research. In the past 5 years, we have seen the highest goals per game average across all games in the season since 1997, I think is what it was. 1997 is the last time we have had 5 years, right? A fifth year in a row that's somewhere in around 2.9 to 3 goals or higher per game. All right? Yeah, let's talk about that for a second, okay? So what's happening there? We're always told, oh, it's so hard to score goals in today's game. It's so hard. Gretzky had it so easy. Now, don't get me wrong, Gretzky did. That was an era that was even higher than this, and it was consistently every year. So in terms of that, goals per game, you're right. Gretzky's era definitely had a lot more goals per game. But we are seeing a noticeable chunk in the last 5 years of goals scored, right? Average of goals scored per game. Haven't seen numbers like this since 1997. That's insane, okay? And you know why? Lack of defense. Leavis knows what I'm talking about. Leslie knows what I'm talking about. You want to know what the Leafs need to improve on? The same thing the league needs to improve on. Do you understand? Leslie knows what's up. Listen, what's wrong with the Leafs right now is what's wrong with every other team when they lose. It's just every other team doesn't do it as often or they do it way more, but it's the same problem. It's a complete and utter disrespect for defense, all right? It is. We need more defense in this league and more people are not playing it. Everyone's so worried about scoring the goals that they're giving up stuff all the time, okay? If you want to go over the Leafs goals tonight, okay, what was the problem? 44 shots to 20. 44 shots to 20, okay? That means the Leafs offense is doing great, right? They had 3 goals in the game in regulation. They get the 4th in the shootout, but 3 goals in regulation, okay? That should win you most games, especially when you get 44 shots, okay? Especially with your opponents only getting 20, right? So what is happening there? Well, they're getting goalied, right? They're getting goalied, right? Gibson's having a great game, and he's pulling the Ducks through it. All right. Now, the Ducks weren't giving up the craziest of chances at all times either, so their defense gets a little bit of credit there. But really, if we're being honest, I think Gibson had a game, right? And the superstars could not find a way to score as easily against him, right? And that's kind of where it was at for that. So how do you win a game like that? How do you keep it from being close? You stop Anaheim from getting 3 goals, and that is what the Leafs lacked tonight, okay? Again, this is the problem that I have in terms of, I don't care about blown leads. They lose the same way in the sense that the league loses the same way. No coverage out in front. Look at the goal, the third goal of the game, right? Dermott's in front. He's even covering the guy. Dermott's covering the guy, and he's still able to, the guy he's covering is still able to get a stick on it. Still able to tip it. As soon as that puck was being shot, why didn't Dermott drop the stick and give the guy a shove? Throw him off balance. A little bit. Something. Do something. Do something instead of standing there shoulder to shoulder, letting him touch it, right? It's just ugly. It's just ugly. barely doing anything to. Yeah, he's right there. He's right there. So if the puck lands at his feet, they can both battle for it. But that's not defense. Make that guy's life miserable. Make it miserable. All right? And they don't do it. And not just Dermott, the whole team. In fact, dare I say, most of the league. Most of the league does not make trouble in front of their own net anymore. Is it a rule change? Did they do something where these players are not allowed to compete in front of their own net? I don't know, but it seems like the Leafs have to deal with a lot of that on the other side of their stuff, so maybe it is just them. I don't know, right? But I see it. I see players still getting away with it, so that's what the Leafs need to work on, all right? And the proof as well, too, that they favor offense way too much as a league is that first goal. That's the one that really upsets me today. That's the one that really upsets me because it's an epidemic across the league, all right? The power play unit. The power play unit on most teams now is 1, 2, 3 across the middle. You got someone behind the net, and you got one man on the blue line. One man on the blue line covering the whole zone, all right? What's the problem with that, you say? Well, you've got them outnumbered. Don't you want to make sure you have enough offense, optimize your offense, and score a goal? I mean, yeah. But you don't want to sacrifice too much defensively. And this happens too much in today's game. The 3 are in the middle, one's behind the net, it comes back to the guy on the blue line who takes a shot, or maybe one of the side wingers or whatever takes a shot, sharp angle, rings it wide. Uh-oh, there's nobody on the blue line because you only got one guy back there. You can't cover both boards. So the puck goes whipping around the boards off of their own shot, right? Comes out the zone, and before you know it, you got a 3-on-1 because the guy jumped out of the box at the same time. Now, I could be wrong about the specific details about that. I'm just coming off this fresh, watching it, okay? So I apologize if I have the actual details wrong. But it was something like that. And if not that time, it happens plenty of times. That power play format of 3 1-and-1 causes so many turnovers, it's not worth it. It's not. It's not. Because when you're up against a team that's got a goalie like Gibson having a night, doesn't matter how much offense you throw at him. You throw 44 shots. They were pretty good shots, man. And only 3 went in? Only 3? That's a goalie having a night. So the only way to win a game like that is get 1 or get 2 and then be the most solid defensive team you can be. And nobody cares. Nobody cares about defense. All right? I mean, the proof is in that last football game. All right, the proof is in that football game that happened, the Chiefs and the Bills. Okay, if you're not a football fan, don't worry about it. Basically, in OT for football, they flip a coin. Whoever wins gets the ball first. If they score a touchdown before the other team gets it back, they win the game outright. So people are upset in the NFL because a flip of the coin is how they're saying it calls the game. Oh, you know what I mean? It's a shame it comes down to a coin toss because whoever gets the ball first is going to win. Why? Why? Defense, man. Defense, it's a part of the game. Teams get shut down all the time. A team like Tennessee was shutting down their opponents in Baltimore. 10 times they sacked the quarterback. 10 times in a playoff game. It was incredible defense. Now, their offense was a different story. That's why those guys lost. Doesn't really matter. The point is, what I'm saying is, if the Bills had defense like Tennessee did that night, they would have won that game. They probably never would have gone to overtime to begin with. And if they did, they probably would have got the ball back and been able to steal it and go down themselves. You lost the coin toss, man. Right? But everyone's so craving offense all the time. It's not fair. My team didn't get the ball. How can we score? How can we take it? Take the ball. Take the puck. Whatever it is, take it. All right? You know what I mean? You take it back. You defend. You stop them from scoring. You put up walls. All right? You systematically shut people down. You earn that puck back. You earn it back. So yeah, I'm getting real fired up tonight, and I'll tell you, right? It has nothing to do with a Leafs bad performance. I don't want anybody to think that I'm trashing the Leafs here for this entire time. It's a league-wide, and as you can just see from football, a sports-wide epidemic across the world. I swear to God, or at least in North America. FIFA still seems to have it right. They're down with a 1-0 game. Who cares? And their games sell out the most worldwide. Attendance, TV rights, game rights, FIFA, World Cup, all that stuff, English Premier League, all that soccer stuff over in Europe is a way bigger sport than anything here in North America. And they respect a 1-0 lead. So I'm sorry, but that's my problem with the Leafs goals against them tonight. But it's also the problem I have with the entire way that hockey's being played right now. And it's so stupid. It's so stupid. So, you know, you take your wins where you can get them. The bottom line is, right, that the Leafs played a solid enough game offensively to keep the Ducks busy. They did that right. So even though they gave up the 3 goals, they still hung in there. Their offense still ruled the night. They come away with a win in a shootout where Campbell, comes up with a nice save to finish it off. A couple of nice goals there as well in that shootout. I like a good shootout. I'm actually getting sick of the 3-on-3 because everybody's realized that 3-on-3 is all about possession. The first couple of years that they did that, players were flying down the ice. Chance. Oh my God. And then everyone realized, whoa. Again, like I was talking about with that 3rd goal against Toronto today, the rebounds, man. The rebounds and the missed shots. You cannot go so hard in 3-on-3 because if you miss a shot, if you're not accurate 100% with at least hitting the net, and even then a rebound might go off for something crazy, you are risking a 2-on-1 or a 3-on-1 coming the other way. So you have to be careful with your possession in 3-on-3, and what it makes for is a really slow overtime period. It's slow now. So congratulations, folks. You weren't happy with the shootout because, it just is too much of a coin toss. Well, now you got guys just standing around for an overtime period because that happens a lot, as it should. But it's kind of boring to watch, no? Guys willing to be in front of the net almost, but there's no lane and they need a line change, so they'll bring it right back down to their own zone because they do not want to lose possession. Nor should they, because that's the only way you can win on 3-on-3. So if you like that boring stuff, hey, I can still watch it. It's hockey. I love it in the end, but I'm just saying a shootout's more exciting to me. So I don't mind it. Leafs come away with a win. I hope the league learns how to play defense again. I got some plus-minus stuff to get into later on, maybe in the show, or I might do a whole video on it. I don't know, but it'll show you what's going on in the NHL and what's wrong with it, all right? It'll show you what's going on right now. I got the numbers, baby. You know what I mean? I've been doing my research, and they can't stop me, all right? Big analytics can't stop the little guy, all right? I got a pen. I got a paper, huh? I got the internet. I got formulas, whatever. You think you guys are smart? I am too. That's all I'm saying. I am too, and I'm here to prove it. All right, so if you've been hanging out with me this whole time, thank you very much. Remember to follow and subscribe or whatever else you got to do. Make sure that things are flowing with positivity via the trubeleafer. Let's get it out there. Let's get Leafs Nation woke, on board with the exciting hockey that we just witnessed tonight. Love my team. Go Leafs, go. A good nail biter, baby. A good nail biter. Can't go wrong with it. So I loved it tonight. Thanks for all the support there in the chat with all the sounds and everything too, all right? So let's get into it. What did I miss, guys? What are we talking about? I think I did all my notes. So, you tell me what we got. Oh, I might have some more too for another thing. But yeah, let's quickly see what you got.